Welcome to the metropolis known as Dubai, an eye-popping modern Mecca and the ultimate global destination. Tourists coming from far and wide in amazement of what this vertical city has built, including the tallest structure in the world, Burj Khalifa. This week, under the imposing shadows, another tall order for 120 talented amateur golfers playing for one of the most coveted trophies in amateur golf. Now in its 16th year, the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship has been a springboard to stardom for players like Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama, who won back-to-back trophies a little more than a decade ago, and Cam Smith, who won the Open Championship at St. Andrews. While the goal is to be crowned champion, the ultimate prize for the winner is an invitation to the Masters and the Open Championship next year. It only takes 4 days for a lifetime of dreams to be realized at the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship here in Dubai. The Asia Pacific Golf Confederation, in partnership with the Masters Tournament and the R&A, proudly present the 2025 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. And the AAC back to Dubai for a second time along the southeastern coast of the Persian Gulf. We were here in 2021, Keita Nakajima, then the #1 ranked amateur of the world, won at nearby Dubai Creek, and now we are at Emirates Golf Club. This, of course, was substantial history, famous across the world of golf. DP World Tours played the Dubai Desert Classic here beginning in 1989, and since then we've seen that Skyline grow, we've seen the game grow, we've seen Seve and Ali and Freddie and Tiger and Rory win right here on this golf course. Rich Lerner, pleased to be joined by Frank Nobilo, who has been at the AAC since its inception. 15 times a winner around the world and a member of the New Zealand Golf Hall of Fame. Steve Burkowski and Paul Gall on the golf course, and Amanda Balionas with the interviews. And let's take you out. We are live and at the 8th hole. A man from Japan, Taisei Nagasaki, and Steve Burkowski is there.
Pitch this, the third shot for Nagasaki out of that bunker. Nicely done, so he'll have a chance to stay at 1 under in his opening round. Nagasaki parred the first bogey at 2. Bit of a roller coaster ride with bounce-back birdies at 4 and 5. Currently 1 under par, playing alongside Zichin Zhou, who is 1 over on the day. A couple of birdies offset by a bogey and a double at the second. And then the third member of this group, Ratchanan TK Chantanawat, bogey the first, birdie 2, 3, and 4, settled in nicely, 2 under through the first 7.
TK burst onto the amateur scene, at least at the AAC, back home in Thailand a few years ago. He is now playing at Stanford. There is TK. Seen him grow up at the AAC and now college golf in the United States. Another man who's playing in the U.S. at Cal Berkeley.
This is Zhou for birdie, a putt that should move a little left to right.
Just took a little bubble just off the blade.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Berko, how about the weather?
It is warm, Rich. Low to mid 90s. A gentle breeze is picking up as we've seen each and every afternoon here. About 8 to 10 miles per hour out of the northwest, but you'll see plenty of players staying hydrated. The sunbrella's out, the arm sleeves. It's a physical test, no doubt about it, here this week in Dubai.
Frank, they say here there are 2 seasons only, summer and super summer. We are thankfully out of super summer because you don't want to be outdoors. Temperatures well over 100 on average, but now we're in the low 90s.
Yeah, you referenced the Dubai Desert Classic. That's played in February, which is traditionally wintertime. And it's just marginally cooler. That's about it, really. They do have some overseed that time of the year. At the moment, this time of the year, Steve, predominantly Bermuda around the golf course.
Yeah, we've seen Frank, you and I, when we were out here yesterday driving the course, and the players today, you missed the green, especially around the putting surfaces. The ball tends to settle down, but this would be a nice par save for Nagasaki.
It's a player to keep an eye on. Just 16, he won the Toyota Junior World Cup and was runner-up in the Japan Amateur earlier this year. All trying to follow in the footsteps of the greatest Japanese player ever, who launched from the AAC. Frank, you were there when Hideki Matsuyama won back-to-back and then ultimately won the Masters.
Actually stayed amateur for another year to try and win it 3 times in a row. Was denied by the youngest ever champion, Grant Along. Now, nice putt down the hill. Greens have plenty of speed, hovering around 12 on the stimp meter, to give you an idea.
TK trying to become the first from Thailand to win the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, now in its 16th year. Frankie, so 3 featured groups this afternoon here in Dubai.
Yeah, my favorite week of the year. We're looking at talent rich, future stars really. And Zhao trying to do one better than what he did last year. He was runner-up. So certainly better than that world ranking of 132. I mean, we can just go through group after group. Some of them are teenagers. You watch them on the range. For example, I mean, just it's talent, the way in which they hit the golf ball. Many a professional in world golf would take some of these golf swings.
Josh Bai plays at the University of Florida.
Yeah, Randy Bintang, no stranger to this event. Also in that group.
When you think about it, Asia Pacific Amateur alums have combined to win. You ready for this? 161 tournaments combined on the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, Asian Tour, Japan Golf Tour. Now Sam Mullen from the UAE, one of 6 players representing the United Arab Emirates.
It's a very famous 18th hole, par 5 finishing hole, water and play. Many a great shot has been hit over the years. Here.
Now live at the 9th tee.
I think
Here at Emirates Golf Club. 3-way, or rather 4-way tie atop the leaderboard. That includes Ahmed Skake at the opening tee shot at Dubai Creek in 2021, also from the UAE. These guys have a number to shoot for here as they get their days moving through this golf course.
It's going to be Nagasaki first to go. Frank, ideal on the left edge of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side.
If you can hug that right side, shortens up this dogleg right. Couldn't draw it up any better. It's about 330 yards to reach the water through this dogleg.
I'm hitting it like if I hit the green one.
Distance measuring devices, they're allowed.
Because I think feeling it a little bit of follow, you know.
Yeah, just because I'm hitting it further than the back.
So, sign? Yes.
Like this 3-wood is going to be same spot as practice round driving.
Yes. I think then a little bit can go more.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve, looks like they're worrying about the run out. There is out of bounds down the left side.
That's right, Frank Chantananawat originally had drivers. I'll go back into what I'm talking about. 3-wood, maybe a little bit more of a freer swing with this club. Right down the center.
A foot of curve in it. Nicely to the edge of the dog leg. It sits up. Hole cut on front today. Solid shade under 460 yards.
Joe appears to be a long iron off this tee, Frank.
Probably pushing the envelope.
Nice.
Thanks. That will work.
61-mile-an-hour ball speed with an iron.
He will.
Driver.
This is his 4th Asia Pacific Amateur start, 3 top 25 finishes, and last year was just 1 back. The winner, Wen Yiding, also of China. Wen Yi has since turned professional, playing fairly well on both the Asian Tour and the DP World Tour. Well, Frankie got started at 6:45 this morning, and this, Mohammed Skate from the UAE, opening tee shot.
Just
Getting outstanding execution here in the UAE. They're on the rise, there's no doubt about it. And this is his brother Ahmed Skate, who hit the opening tee shot at Dubai Creek, the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship 4 years ago, and has really grown. He's 28 years old. We had a chance to speak to him last night about his rise in the game and what he's learned through all of the different experiences. And he put together some round today, Frank.
certainly did. This is the 7th across the water. Easily one of the best tee shots at the par 3. So he had it 6 under at that stage.
He made 4 consecutive birdies and was tied for the lead with 1 hole to play. Hit it in the water at 9, made double, but still terrific start at 4 under 68. As we pick up the action, this is the talented young player from Vietnam, Payne Honey Lee, 17 years old, Frank, and he is going to play for Mike Small. Excuse me. Yeah, that was FIFA Lau Pakti. Excuse me. Yeah, here we go. This is a talented player from Vietnam.
Yeah, under the native there in the corner of the dog leg. And with that hole cut on the front, that was wonderful.
Now Lee, birdie putt. So, like FIFA Lau Pakti of Thailand, whom we saw just moments ago, headed to the United States from the Asia Pacific region to play college golf. And now Billy Dowling, this one of the pre-championship favorites, Frank.
Australia finished 2nd in the World Amateur Team Championship, which was played in Singapore just 2 weeks ago. So they have a strong contingent. Billy certainly didn't back down today. It was a short 2nd, now here at 7, par 3. And Billy gets it to 6 under.
Australia has won 2 of the last 3 Asia Pacific Amateur Championships.
Now after a bogey at 8, pulls it back there at 9.
Great round of 6 under 66 for Billy Dowling, pride of Queensland. And so we're at 6 under par. As the lead, surprised you at all?
Not with the talent in the field, Rich. Course record here is 61. That was set some 20 years ago by Ernie Els. I think that the scoring is going to stay around that mark. I really do.
And there's Cooper Moore, a player to keep an eye on from your homeland, Frank, New Zealand, 3 under 69. And we're live here at the 9th.
Yeah, after 3 really good tee shots by this group, Zhou first to go with his approach into this green front by co-location and dominantly off the right and slightly in.
Really do not want to mess with this flag. You take anything long and a little right. That's fine. I didn't fault that.
Now Nagasaki yard closer, 178.
Right edge of the green. Oh, we're trying to bring that back for the breeze, Steve.
Certainly looked like it.
A fine shot.
Yeah.
It's the easier putt of the 2 uphill.
And Chan to need a lot of similar yardage, hoping for the same kind of result.
Amazing Skyline distance. 2 Hotel Dubai. It's gone down a good 2 inches from the top of the grip. Held out.
And then some.
Water has that effect on many a player.
You mentioned that TK is at Stanford. A guy named Tiger Woods also played at Stanford. Nota Begay, among many others. And there he is, part of the Cardinal team. Always a strong unit coming out of Palo Alto. TK's a youngster. We saw this, Frank, when we first met him in Thailand 2022 with big dreams. He said even then that he wanted to go to Stanford. It's an elite institution in the United States. Wants to play the Masters. He wants the big life in the sport of golf.
Yeah, it's 3 dreams. You're right. Stanford, tick that one off. Dream was to win this. And the third dream, of course, compete in the game's biggest championships.
Let's go back to the 7th hole. This is Randy Bintang at the par 3, and Paul Gow is there.
Yeah, 170 today. Randy started the day really good. This one's off on a good flight. These guys need an extra club back into this breeze. That's going to get all the way back.
What a shot.
Yeah.
22 years old and his 4th Asia Pacific amateur start. So in this, the 16 playing goes back to 2009. Its most famous champion, obviously Hideki Matsuyama, won it back-to-back. 120 players, low 60 after 36 holes. Will play the weekend. And again, second time in Dubai, but first here at Emirates Golf Club. China, Frank, has done exceptionally well.
Yeah, those 5 wins. Of course, they have the youngest champion, Guan Tinalong, who won in Thailand all those years ago. Actually, all of their 5 winners are teenagers. Now back at 9.
Yeah, this is the 3rd now for TK. 41 yards. Ball sitting reasonably well. Frank, you have to wonder, can he fly down the green and get close, or might you have to take a chance?
Right, well open.
Sit.
Safe route.
Not overly long here for this Bermuda, so that's one of the few balls that are sitting up on the rough.
How about that clubhouse, Frank?
Be a better one, tense.
Back at 7th now. This is Bintang for his birdie.
Rich, this one just straight down the hill, a little bit left to right, back towards the water. He's already had one birdie today.
He opened with 65 last year in Japan to lead after the opening round. Finished in a tie for 19th, his best ever finish. And it's great too. This young man who has participated in the AAC Academy on 3 different occasions. Just represented Indonesia in the Eisenhower Trophy in Singapore. It was earlier this month. As we take you back to the 9th hole, and Steve Burkowski once again.
And this is a birdie putt from Joe just off the green. Will pick up speed quick. Should move left. Yeah, certain spots out here, Frank, you just have to be a little bit defensive with that putter in hand.
Up the hole, especially with the breeze at the back. Actually trying to allow these greens to firm up a little. It's been the summer months. The golf course normally receives more water.
So the highest ranked player in the field this week is World Amateur Golf ranking at 52. That's FIFA Lau Pakti. We saw FIFA in the highlights trying to bring Thailand its first ever title here. Just Chow of Hong Kong at 13, big smile, and he too with big dreams. And then our old pal Rashid Akil from Lebanon is still getting after it. So there are 44 first-time players and 62 who were in Japan a year ago. This is a par putt now for TK here at the 9th.
Yeah, big par putt for TK. Hate to make bogey from where he hit his tee shot.
And then run out of steam. And he's whiffed on that second shot and pays the price. Now Bintang off the birdie at number 7. Here he is at 18.
Yeah, dog leg left to right this. You can take it across the desert to the right side. Big Ten, he does not leave anything in the tank out of his shoes.
That is the modern swing. Just leap at the golf ball. In that desert area, that's one of the sort of famous tee shots. Give you a good look at that as the day moves along. And hello there.
That is a great 3 at one of the hardest holes on the golf course. Actually, it is the hardest hole today.
Good bounce back for Nagasaki after the bogey at number 2. He's 2 under.
Sorry.
Plenty of scoring opportunities ahead.
Just stay with this one.
Australia, Thailand, Vietnam. At the top of the leaderboard at 6 under par. And right behind, that'd be a players at -5 now. Joe, this day at 1 over. Side and make a move tomorrow.
9 here. A little easier. Rich has 3 par 5s as we go back to 8. 5.
Yeah, Josh off to a rough start, but bogey the first 3. Just come up another bogeys 5 over through 7 holes.
He's just out of sorts. Trouble for Josh By. This skyline here is unlike any in the world. Great to be in Dubai.
Excellent start to the day. 3 rounds of 66 already in the books. Second playing of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship in Dubai. In the Skyline, it really does say it all. It's like a modern day Camelot. Started off with a handful of towers and they became a skyline. And the Skyline became a symbol, and that is called Dubai. It's where ambition outruns gravity. City chasing tomorrow faster than you can catch it today. Absolutely marvelous. Host to everybody. And this week a host to 120 players that are the best in the region. 16th playing of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. It's the 9th green. Shares that putting surface with the famous 18th. Tiger Woods made a putt down there. Shot a round of 65 a few years ago to beat Henrik Stenson. Any else? Speaking of par 5s, this is 13. It's already given up a couple of eagles today. Dog leg left. So many things that just stand out. Clubhouse, for example, very distinctive. Edwin style there inside, immaculate. And it has been a host to players, officials, all.
The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? IBM, let's create smarter business. AT&T, who believes connecting changes everything. and Mercedes-Benz drive with precision on and off the course. It is the opening round of one of the world's great amateur championships, the Asia Pacific Amateur from Dubai. We're at the 10th tee with Nagasaki, who's at 200 par, and Steve Burkowski's there.
Yeah, Rich coming off that birdie at 9, straight away, downwind par 5. They might let one go here. Great chance to get on and 2 with a good tee shot.
That's downwind.
Well, it's not too bad. Already been 3 eagles at 10 so far today.
Last time we were in Dubai, this Japanese player won over at Dubai Creek, Keita Nakajima. Ran second to Tommy Fleetwood at the DP World Tour event in India last year.
See palm tree? Yeah, because today's rich. Today's just get to power.
Next to go. Thought of here, ready golf is always something no one will say no about. So as Joe finished up his par putt at 9, TK was up here, so they're just trying to keep things at a nice even pace.
So one fairway bunker down to the left, 270, but today's conditions should be out of play. It does narrow around 300-yard mark. From there, it's go time.
Shot. Thank you.
Rich, you referenced Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood style there, choking down on the driver, plays very similar. Big extension through the heading area.
And we see Chin Zhou, thank you, reference the speed in which this young man can move it. He's about 30 past his other 2 playing competitors at the 8th, so he can certainly dial it up here.
Good shot.
Move too, Steve. Go that one hard. We will be in the go zone.
And here we are at the 11th. This is Salah Al-Kabi. 31 years old from Qatar.
Played it. What dozen of these shot?
Very good.
Great shot at the par 3, nearly jars it.
He participated now in 3 AAC academies. And so we got Azan Al-Rumi from Oman, William Howard from Cook Islands. And Frank, it's not just about the elite players, is it? Those guys that we expect to contend on Sunday, but those from countries where golf is just developing, like Qatar, Oman, the Cook Islands.
Yeah, I mean, it's Joseph Bai just back at 8 there in trouble, but you're absolutely right. Some of these are like almost first-generation golfers for their respective countries. Let's see what Bai can do here. Just advance it past where a regular tee shot would go.
And Frank, for those guys, it's a chance to experience the game at a brand new level, take what they've learned back home and grow it and inspire others.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just going back to the par 5s here, 10 for example. Not a lot of bend in this hole, 300 yards, and these boys, well, they're same as the professionals you watch on TV. They move it that distance from there. They comfortably get home roughly in the vicinity of 250, 260 yards. Prediction, as you can see, is the bunkers short right, and now the ones on the side flag. Well, the hole cut on that right side, very accessible. If you can picture in that front third of the green, that ball will skip back a little, and that's why there's been 3 eagles already so far today, as well as 25 birdies. Big opportunity here. Then you have the par 5 at 13, and of course the famous finishing hole. So 3 par 5s, this back 9.
He's a powerful young guy.
He can play rugby with his physique.
A strong lower body, not unlike Hideki Matsuyama. take you to the 18th hole. Ranveer Mitru from India. Let's bring in Amanda.
Rich, thank you. You mentioned it. Last week was a big deal for golf in India as it hosted the DP World India Championship. And Ranveer Mitru had the most immersive experience possible. First, he played in the Pro-Am alongside Englishman Marcus Armitage. And then he watched behind the 18th green amongst the sea of fans as Tommy Fleetwood clinched that victory. Mitru told me all of India has been buzzing since the event. He said friends who didn't even know what golf was before are now texting Ranveer and interested in the game. Now, as for what he learned playing in that Pro-Am, he told me he picked Armitage's brain about the course management. He watched how the pro adapted to the course during that round, which has given him a much clearer path for how to navigate his own game this week. So what an unbelievable experience for Mitru to play in that Pro-Am and then come here on this championship stage this week.
Amanda, thanks. And Tommy Fleetwood winning. I thought it was just adorable with his little boy Frankie running out onto the green. He told his dad, I've never been there when you won. I want to experience running out on the green. And Tommy is a favorite son here in Dubai, has the academy, lives here part of the year.
Yes, this is his favorite part of the world. Now back at 8, Randy Bintang is second.
Coming out of the desert, Frank, he got lucky. He just missed a little hill there. He's got 0 angle with his back right pin.
Oh, I didn't need it.
That is, Frank.
Oh, he is not afraid.
Man, that was special. Now Nagasaki at 10th hole.
210 front, 232 to the hole, lie reasonable from that rough.
Need to run back. It's a little easier, plenty of green to work with.
And back to the Qatari.
So even 160 yards.
He's having a good day. Into red figures. Back to the 10th.
TK, his second, 225 all the way back to the hole, wind freshening straight downwind.
Second. Yeah.
He's struggling right now. He's trying to find it.
Just off. From suspect swing so far.
Back to the 8th and Kobayashi. Second shot.
Rich, this one just straight back up into the breeze off an upslope. Every reason for it to go left in this air.
You did. Steep face bunkers, Frank.
Yeah, cannot afford to miss it on that short side, the right.
This is the Chinzhou 209 in the hole.
Looks like 5 or 6 on it.
Cover.
Strike
Yeah.
out pose.
Perfect.
And why not? Superb shot and a chance for Eagle to jumpstart his back 9 and his day. Par 37 coming in, Frank. You have to make hay on this this back 9 with those 3 par 5s.
Yeah, big opportunity with that northwest breeze today. 18 will be a little bit into the breeze, but you can make hay coming in. Now, once again, back to the 8th hole.
This is a third Josh by.
Yeah, got in a little trouble to the left. This is only from about 110. He is struggling with his golf swing today. I think the New Zealander turned up with it for some reason. Frank, we watched him on the range and he was missing it a long way right today.
And one of the famous landmarks here in Dubai. Round 1 of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
Burj Khalifa, beautifully framed in the background, tallest building in the world. 883 meters, took 5 years to build. Now back at 8, Kobayashi, we saw a second shot just past hole high, so this will be quick and moving to his right. Good lag. A lot of position on this golf course. Battling. Back at 18, Mitchell. That wonderful story from Amanda Balionis. Comfortably done. 2T start. 20 players playing this morning. This is the afternoon wave. Back at 8, by 11, 12 years of age. He was well predicted for stardom, really. World Juniors. Last few years has sort of suffered in these 4-round tournaments with one bad round. Looks like it's coming early this week. So he'll have that knock in there to be 6 over.
Opening round of the 16th playing of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. We are in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates at Emirates Golf Club, which is one of the gems of the region. The ultimate test for these amateurs, but it's fair, challenging yet gettable. Everything a competitor wants in a championship venue.
So the club opened in 1988. It's the first grass golf course in the Middle East. So before that, we were just playing on sand, and the greens were not called greens; they were called browns.
I have a lot of pictures around my office of what it was like before, and you know, when it was first built, basically an oasis in the middle of the desert. When you show people the pictures of what it was like before and then what it is now, everyone is blown away by it. I think it's really stood the test of time because of the way the course has been set up and the way it was designed. It's not a huge, really long golf course, but you gotta be smart when you play this golf course. You know, the greens we can get pretty quick at times, the rough we can get pretty deep at times, so we're able to adapt to whatever the scenario may be, whether it be this tournament that's coming now or the one in January.
The team here are really excited. We love working with the team from Augusta National and the R&A. I think it's an opportunity for us to learn and upskill a little bit. Great winners in the past have won this tournament. The fact that they get to play in the Masters and the Open is unbelievable.
I think it sets the foundations of what professional golf would be for these top amateurs down the line. It gives them a taste of what it's like performing under the pressures that come with playing in an event like this.
This is my favourite course in Dubai. There's lots of dog legs left. 18 is an eagle, it's a bogey, anything can happen on 18.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a pretty tough stretch. There's some that are going to test you, but there's some where you can actually really do well on.
The 14th hole on the Majlis course is one of the most underrated golf holes that we have at Emirates Golf Club. It's an extremely challenging hole where your tee shot has to be just perfect. And then of course the iconic 8th hole on the Majlis course with the famous backdrop always presents a challenge as well.
In that clubhouse, been watching the DP World Tour, the European Tour for years. Recognizable, spectacular. Great backdrop for these elite amateur players like TK Chantananawat of Thailand.
And after being to the second, plenty of green with which to work here on his third.
Lovely technique there, Frank.
He allowed the ball to run. Didn't have to fly it all the way and try and spin it. Now back at 8.
Second consecutive birdie, Randy Bintang.
The head movement there. She's watching the blade go on the way back. We always advise that, but he is 3 under through his first 8. Great start.
Nagasaki, bunker shot at 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a downslope, maybe going to help him, that he's going back into the breeze just a bit.
2 is pretty good, Frank.
The players have actually struggled with the greenside bunkers. It's very soft sand, so it's hard to hit that spinning bunker shot.
Frank, there's an awful lot at stake, isn't there?
Prize jewel, really. And a chance to play. I mean, this was never possible 20 years ago. So a chance to play next year's Masters, and of course the 154th Open Championship back at Royal Birkdale, and a spot in the Amateur Championship at Hoy Lake.
And Frank, could you have imagined as a youngster growing up in New Zealand that you would have something like this that could lead you to the Masters, to the Open?
This is the gateway now. Before it was amateur golf, and then there was a huge void between amateur golf and professional golf. Courtesy of the RNA and Augusta National, they have bridged that gap.
Joe, eagle putt, not his best. Event to get back to even par. Again, one of the pre-championship favorites. Runner-up a year ago to Wen Yi Ding. It's contested in Japan. See the colors of the UAE on that skyscraper.
It's actually a good line when you're on the 18th tee. Players use that as the line for their tee shot. We heard from Matthew Perry. Very proud of the condition of the golf course. Now back at 10 for another birdie. Nagasaki.
So he'll have that left for what would be a disappointing par. That's the Randy Bintang group at the 9th.
Strong dogleg right par 4. The 9th. See players, they really respect the run out. 320 yards, bunker on the right. That really has to be taken out of play. Don't have to be a hero off the tee. Try and carry that. But really the feature today is the flag is cut so far from the front. So forget the 38 yards because it's only on 7 today. Miss a little left and it will be dragged back into that huge lake that joins the 9th and the 18th greens together. Strong par 4, and it is the hardest hole on the golf course today, averaging at half a shot over par.
Frank, this wind winds so hard, it's sweeping across this hole, so the players are struggling. Is it into, is it just across, is it helping me a little bit? You know, this is a red light pin, you don't go anywhere near this. That water is so close, some 15 paces from the left there. Josh just coming in another bogey. He needs to air this ball to the right, maybe another 30 feet past the pin. Start down low, going a little right of this pin.
Well, that's a good shot, so maybe a chance to get one of those shots back.
Take you back to the 11th tee. We're live.
Yeah, coming off that 2-putt birdie, Zichin Zhou set to play 165 yards to the hole, wind hard off the left.
You like that action, Frank?
I love the backswing. I really do. Back turns nicely to the hole. Despite his power, I like the fact that he's trying to throttle back on a few of these iron shots.
He appears to have a polished game, Frank.
Yeah, it's well taught. I mean, it ekes of that. The grip, technically very solid.
Yeah, I don't think it was that.
China has a very good golf program now.
Tough shot now at the 9th for Randy Bintang off 2 straight birdies.
Yeah, mistake off the tee here in this bunker. He needs to stay well away from this pin. Difficult out of this bunker. Just sweeping across him.
It's made worth by the fact that that is a yellow hazard as we go to 11.
Yeah, Chen 10 and not a lot, excuse me, didn't make that short one for birdie at 10. Maybe that will settle him down just a bit. Center of the green.
back on track.
Two-thirds of the way back today on this par 3. The shorter ones out here. It's sneaky, just 4 paces to left. So a lot more players shy going to this flag today. Steve?
Yeah, you have to pick your moments, Frank. As you and I learned driving this golf course yesterday as we watched Nagasaki, the 16-year-old from Japan, one of 7 from that country in the field. And ever since joining the national team this week was front and center, making it to this championship.
See why. Excellent shot.
They say Nagasaki making his Asia Pacific Amateur debut. From India on his 19th birthday. Rakshadea.
It's a low one on your birthday, 64 feet. So.
He's playing some college golf in the United States. He's a freshman at Oakland University in Michigan. He reached the round of 64 in the Amateur Championship at Royal St. George's last summer. He was inspired by Rory McIlroy, who's won here in Dubai. Who will win that wonderful trophy here this week? One of the prizes in amateur golf. We'll find out.
Breeze kicking up from the northwest, finding a little bit of comfort. These 120 players today. Caddy's actually available for every single player in the field. Distance measuring devices, as you see in most of the top amateur events, also eligible. Just can't have the slope rating, just distance only. Birthday boy doing well. 19th birthday. Fortunately, there is a drop zone short of the 9th green, so Bintang didn't have to go too far back. Now this 4th. But poor shot. That really get away with the double here at 9. Bring you 3 under through the first 8 holes. Average score at the moment for these 120 players, shade over 75. This is a championship golf course. First grass course in the United Arab Emirates. We actually did play golf before here. Played on sand courses, sand greens. This gym was built. Finished in 1988. Carl Lidman. Lost him this year back in May. 91 years of age. Great designer. We're live at the 11th hole. Steve Burkowski is with this group.
First of 3 birdie putts for this group. Zeech and Joe first up. Gradually downhill, should move to his right at the end. I think he saw the other way around, Frank.
He's seeing things like you and I, Steve.
He's not that old.
Frank, expect the greens to get firmer as we move through the weekend. And for more information, championship video and live stats, go to aacgolf.com. So many great features. Click of a button. The entire digital crew is over here making their magic. So Frank, 6 under is a very good lead score to start. 3 are tied at that number, but expect the greens to get a little bouncier as we get into the weekend. What's your sense?
Yeah, that's what we've heard from the agronomy team. Obviously, because we're in summertime, they have to have more water than normal. But because of the nature of this championship, they have sort of turned the spigots off a little bit, try and get these greens to firm up. will be a little more challenging as the week goes on.
TK.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, one more roll.
He knew it. And it's right on line of Dubai Golf. They have rolled out the red carpet and we really enjoyed it. So we're live now at the 12th hole, and one of the main players in the region, TK Chantananawat of Thailand, playing his college golf at Stanford.
His second from the desert area, 172, plays 4 yards uphill, back into the breeze, call it about 185 to this whole location. That's on the back left. Headed a little bit left.
Frank, that's not an especially hard shot for high-level players, but give us amateurs, struggling amateurs, a little how-to on how to play those shots from the waist areas when you're watching the sun.
In quickly, 168 actual, 180-ish into the wind and uphill. Safe one there, right, hold on.
The biggest difference, Rich, is we saw those 2 shots, one from the field and one in the desert area. Basically ball position, moving that ball back a good 2 or 3 inches guarantees the downward strike.
It all sounds so simple.
Well, watch some of these players. And these are good moves. You see the way in which the clubs allow just to be going. It's the delivery plane. These young guys too, like the best players in the game, they allow the club to sort of swing out what we would say left. And all it's really doing is following the natural body rotation.
Joe.
163 actual, coming from the dead center of the fairway. Again, wind freshening in off the left.
His strike is impressive, Frank.
Yeah, it's good enough really to play golf at the highest standard, that's for sure.
You can see it. Joe is back after finishing runner-up to his countryman Wenyi Ding, Japan a year ago. Young man from China has been playing well since that performance a year ago. And here's more on the sophomore from Cal Berkeley.
I'm Zixin Zhou. I'm from China. I'm now studying at UC Berkeley. This is my 4th AAC, and I went to Thailand, Japan, and Australia. I enjoyed every single one. It's the best amateur golf event I've played, yeah. Last year, I was so close that the last hole, I laid up my first shot and then went for the green. It was 275 into the wind. I hit through it over the green, almost chipped it in. And I thought I had a chance, and he birdied hole 17, and then part of the last hole to win. And it was pretty close. I didn't make enough birdies the last day. That's probably why. I really enjoyed that week. I really loved the weather there. I really loved the golf course. As always, I just gotta enjoy this weekend, and I'll probably have a pretty good finish. Goals for this year? I think just stick to every shot, and the result will come itself.
Well, it's a really promising young talent from China. And Frank, you would assume that just a matter of time before one of these male players from China breaks through the way that Roning Yin has on the women's side. Chen Feng, who won a bronze medal in the Olympic Games.
Yeah, I really rate Zaldo. I remember watching him last year at the tender age of 18. He's trying to join this list. You've sort of alluded to it already, amazing teenagers from China, but he did not shoot around last year in the 70s. All 4 rounds were in the 60s at the Taheo Golf Clubs. That is another championship golf course. But China, they've had the youngest, they've had the most recent.
A couple of years ago, Samson Zhang also played at Cal Berkeley, runner-up at Royal Melbourne. Randy Bintang now at number 10.
This hole playing straight down breeze today. You got to be careful. Long's no good. Anywhere short's good. This one's hoisted way up in the air. He's going to fly this all the way on.
550 yards of par 5 just to drive. That long and iron as well. Push forward a hole. 11th.
Daya from India.
Falling through a little unconvincing. Shot's better than that though. Good chance for 2.
Back at 12th hole.
Yeah, a couple birdie putts upcoming for Zhou and Nagasaki, who's first up. And Frank, considering this young man's just 16 years old, finished tied for 47th in the Japan Open last week, was part of the Eisenhower Trophy team event in Singapore. It is such a global game for these talented teenagers. Most of them, we're seeing them front and center here this week.
Yeah, well said, Steve.
It's a pretty good roll right there. Just a bit on the high side. Japan really producing under the direction of their national team coach, Gareth Jones from Australia. Been at it about a decade. Emphasis on short game. Bit of a holistic training method.
And as we watch Zhou and talk about the global nature, what these young men have a chance to do, a week ago, Zichen was at the Old Course, St. Andrews, a college event we had on Golf Channel, and he said he didn't have to fly back to California. Came here just a couple days after to get adjusted.
If you're an elite amateur like Zhou nowadays, Frank, you're playing an almost global schedule.
Yeah, you're
St. Andrews to Dubai. One of the guys were in Singapore for the Eisenhower Trophy.
I think it's a little bit more of an adjustment from St. Andrews this time of the year to Dubai, temperature-wise.
Birdie putt. Daya, 11th hole.
She's there. He was surprised that didn't turn more towards the front of this green. It does tilt a little from back to front.
Back to Nagasaki. This to stay at 3 under.
So polished. Nice form.
TK cleaning up.
Scrambling a bit, but doing it quite nicely.
Mark of a good player. Keep that score even if you don't have your best stuff with a full swing. Turn 74 into 70, 69. That's what the great ones do. Bintang at 10.
4.
Left for his 4 at par 5.
At 12th hole, Raksha Daya. His 37th year ago in Japan. Tall guy.
Putt to the left side, avoid those 3 bunkers down the right.
That's that way right.
Swing at it. Dangerously close there. The brush area.
A little bit of a wait here at 13.
Almost a blind tee shot. Dogleg left, par 5. Players have to hug that left side. Conservative play, you can poke it out to the right. But some of the longest players, they will try and hit it across the corner itself. A little bit of a downslope kicks towards those palm trees in the back. Very easy to run into the native area. So You actually will see some players hit 3-wood here, Rich, and still get home. So it's decision time. Quite a 530 yards today.
Quite a few holes dogleg right to left here. That impact how you warm up for the round? Putting an emphasis on drawing the golf ball?
Yeah, it's you see less players actually draw the ball now because the emphasis is trying to hit the ball on the upswing. The ball is hit on the upswing, the club is going a little to the left, which normally promotes a little bit of a fade. So 3-wood here.
Helping win.
Set.
Birdie putt at the 10th for Bintang. Okay, Randy Bintang to 2 under par.
And from the looks of it, 100 yards down the fairway, Frank, he might be taking this one a little more left off the tee.
Still with plenty of loft. Shying away from the driver.
Yep.
It still goes through.
I hit driver. Yeah, I'm talking about mine. Like, right, okay. He hit 3-wood. That's the
You
thing.
might not like that one. Just
Yeah.
a matter of luck at that point.
A few holes really, Steve, where power doesn't help you out here.
Correct. You and I noticed yesterday, the further out you try to push it, it gets a little bit narrower, not necessarily the most welcoming of landing zones as we watch TK. And Frank, I want to pose a question as we've seen him have a couple of up and down swings over the last few holes. Here's a young man that loves science, especially physics, and he thinks scientifically and logically on the course. Does that mentality help him try to find a swing, or would you like to see maybe more feel?
I'd like a little more feel. Yeah, I think you can be too scientific. Save that for the range, but right now, it's all about the score. So fairway first. Healthy cuts. We're stating the obvious here, Rich, they don't have to take that line. You're hitting it across it, and it's down breeze, and you're heading into a downslope. You've almost got zero chance of trying to hold it, that fairway on that line.
That's part of growing as an elite player is course management, thinking the game. TK is going to have to chase it and scramble from here at the 13th.
Featured group struggling at the easiest hole on the golf course. 530-yard dogleg left, par 5. Probably rue that decision. Have a quick look at the field. Countries and territories. Australia, we mentioned, strong contingent, no surprise. China, they've been the most successful nation here, also with 7 players. Japan and Malaysia and Thailand also following suit. But good to see the host country, United Arab Emirates, with 6 players who have a lot of experience on this very golf course. Chinese Taipei produced many a good player over the years. India, Indonesia, no surprise, and Korea, which have already had champions in this championship. Now back to 11, fairly straightforward par 3. Just 160 yards. One of the shorter ones out here, no water in trouble. Play. Strong left-handed grip.
Hit it, win.
It's a little help from the breeze. Interesting. Lyle help that bunker shot. Poor miss on the short side.
is the capital of the Emirate of Dubai. We're along the southeastern coast of the Persian Gulf, Abu Dhabi to the southwest, part of the UAE as well. Oman to the east, Saudi Arabia southwest, both less than 3 hours away. You see Burj Khalifa, that's the tallest building in the world. You know, it's 163 floors, Frank. Which is really astonishing when you consider that in the late 1980s, this was nothing but desert, one lane to Abu Dhabi. So the venues by country, Frank.
Yeah, China has hosted, all these venues have been tremendous. I mean, one of the beauties of this championship, Rich, is they're choosing venues that have been used already for world-class golf events. So they're no surprise, they know how to host this. But the second time here, and that's for sure. We played just down the road at the Yacht Club, Dubai Yacht Club just down the road, Dubai Creek. And of course now, one of the 24 courses that are in the United Arab Emirates. But Burj Khalifa, we're very proud. Closest thing to the sun.
Nagasaki.
From 256, plays 4 yards downhill, a little bit of mud on the back of that ball.
There's no issue here.
This is at the 11th, and Kobayashi 1 over par.
164 today. He has been sweeping across this green. Too bad of a shot.
It's excellent. He was 7th a year ago back home in Japan. Made a hole-in-one in the 17th hole in that 3rd round where he shot 67. How about TK here at 13?
Yeah, after a little bit of a search, he did find it. The ball sitting okay. The ball is going to be very difficult for him to get the club face on the back of that ball.
You see it's beating his backswing, so he can throw the club offline, but also can catch it on the way down. So risky. Have to advance the ball very far. Pitches out at a 45-degree angle.
So you take it another one, maybe walking back out. Consider what the best option can be. Make sure you're able to 5.
So I need to get the ball.
Yeah. Sideways, but the bush is to the right side, so it's heading that direction.
He's never looked that way, Frank. It's always been looking somewhat down the fairway.
Exactly as much lofted club, Steve.
Seems to have a bit of indecision and understandably so.
You could actually take more off, aim a little more right and close the face to get it to come out a little bit.
It's pretty impressive right there.
Soup shot on that. Lots of things could have gone wrong.
That's good.
Tries to keep it on that shallow plane. So less of an impact with bush. Oh, that's really well done. Swing that a little flatter than normal. Back and play.
And as a physics guy, he would understand that he needed to be a little flatter.
Probably needed to be more of a botanist than
Xishin Joe now.
Yeah, ball above his feet, thick lie, had no club in hand, sort of shook his head and went back to a wedge. Shit back, end up back in the fairway with a kick, and it does.
Awesome to that.
Tough shot, Randy Bentang at the 11th.
Worse now, isn't it? Lucky to get so close to that, the back of that steep face.
Frankie had nothing there. You've got to get your arms through past your body. They're coming down so steep from here. Very difficult with no room to move. The mistake made from the tee shot. The golf course has really shown its teeth out here this afternoon. Tuck pins, a little bit of wind.
Third shot now. Daya, 3 under par.
Surprised that set down so quickly out of the rough. For a few more feet out of that. Chance to get his par though. Let's look at 13, the par 5.
Show getting ready for its third, 155 yards to the hole, slightly downwind, predominantly out of the left.
Hold that on the hole.
This from 112, lie reasonable. Very bad angle from which to attack if you're not going to come from the fairway.
Okay, he'll have that for a birdie. Three-way tie atop the leaderboard here in Dubai. Opening round. They are getting after it. Go get it, TK. Shantananawan.
The second shot of TK could run track and field. His second shot at the par 5, very adventurous. Back at 11, the par 3, Kobayashi. Just a hint of too much speed, denied that par 3. Temperatures in the close to 90 degrees today. Expect the same weather for all 4 rounds. Breeze coming from the northwest, just enough to cool them down. Here at 16, Graham Horn. Does it help the cause? +2. Tap that in for par 17, short par 4 here. If you've watched the European Tour, you'll know that's drivable on occasion. And of course, the famed 18th hole. It's also now the oldest players in the field. My good friend Rashid Ackle, very nice present. Saw him for dinner last night. Got the biggest smile in the world. Graham Horn, he was actually a professional at one stage. Gave up that career, got his amateur status back. 57 years strong. He was the last player to qualify for the Australian team.
Back at the 13th hole, Nagasaki.
Third from the bunker, lie good, not a ton of green with which to work.
So 3 are at 6 under. Billy Dowling, who was one of the favorites coming in. Hung Lee of Vietnam, 17. He'll go play for Mike Small at Illinois. He's that good. And Phiphalao Phakdi from Thailand. And Amanda had a chance to talk with Billy Dowling of Australia after his round.
Billy, you find yourself at the top of the leaderboard with a 6 under 66. Just talk me through this opening round. What are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of my putting and my attitude today. I really got along with my caddy quite well, and I thought we had a great time out there. Can't say I found the fairways too much or as much as others, but the putts were going in and that really helped.
You have experience with this championship. How can you utilize that to not let the moment get too big? We all know what's on the line here. We all know what's expected.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day about it, and it just feels like, you know, kind of like another tournament. You know, it's like my 3rd time, and, you know, there's a few people in the squad who haven't been here, and it's different for me because I'm used to, it's always my 1st time somewhere, but this time it's my 3rd, and I think it's just quite comforting knowing I've been here before. Managing expectations is definitely a big part of learning how to win, especially on a stage like this. When you think about the professionals who have won on this golf course, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, now you have a chance to do the same. How cool is that to kind of walk in their footsteps? I think it's really special. You know, there's not many sports that I think you can do that, and to know that big names like that have played here it's really cool and really special. All right, thanks for the time. Thank you.
Easy.
Wow. Frank, how about this swing from Billy Dowling?
Yeah, wonderful swing. I mean, here's a man that's already broken 60, shot 59 at his home club in Surfers Paradise. Made 12 birdies and 6 pars for 12 under par of 59. So we know he's got talent. His 3rd start in this championship. Wants to add his name to this very list.
Antonio Murdaka was the first at Royal Melbourne, which is hosting the Australian Open in coming months. Curtis Luck also won a U.S. Amateur Championship, and then we were in Thailand for Harrison Crow. And then what a thriller, Jasper Stubbs winning at Royal Melbourne in a playoff.
Yeah, that was the only 3-man playoff we've had. We've had 2 playoffs so far. It's 15 previous years. As we go back to 13, the par 5. So a chance.
Yeah, long, quick downhill, moving slightly left.
That's a good putt right there. Man from India, Rakshit Daya.
Common club there, 3 wood. Just get it to the dog. That's what's necessary today to help him. Absolutely fine. He can reach from there. Up ahead.
Birdie putt. TK. It's be some 4.
See if he learned anything second half, similar to what Joe had.
Given where he was off the tee, that it could have been worse. While they won't be thrilled, it's not too disappointing to walk out of here with a 5. So these are the winners here at the Emirates Golf Club, the Dubai Desert Classic, who also won the Masters and the Open. Seve Ballesteros, Mark O'Meara in 2004, and then Tiger did it in 06 and 08, and then Rory McIlroy 4 times has won on this golf course, Frank.
Yeah, Rory's first win as a professional came here as a 19-year-old, but it's always an ode to the great Ballesteros. He was a friend really in Europe's Arnold Palmer, and he was very instrumental with developing golf in this region. O'Meara, 1998, that was the year he won both the Masters and the Open Championship, which is at Royal Birkdale, where the Open will be played next year.
Yeah, Tommy Fleetwood has 2 wins in Abu Dhabi, neighboring Emirate, and also has an academy here and a home here. So those 2 players, Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood, huge fans of golf here in Dubai, and as well the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Check this out.
The Asia Pacific Amateur wasn't around when I was an amateur. I think it's amazing. I think it's an amazing opportunity for the amateurs to get a spot into the Masters, to get a spot into the Open Championship. And you know, amateur golf nowadays is so competitive. There's so many great players from all over the world, and it's amazing that the players from this part of the world get an opportunity to play in such a competitive event like that, but then also, you know, dream about maybe one day playing in the major championship. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity, and it's been great to play in the Masters and play in the Open and see how excited these golfers are to qualify, and I'll be tuning in next week.
The UAE has put so much into golf over the last few years, and they continue to try and expand. They continue to try and grow the game in the region. I'm happy to be a part of that, and like things like the Asia Pacific Amateur being played over here for the second time now, right? I think it's amazing. I think Keita Nakajima won when it was in Dubai Creek. We've had an amazing winner over there in the region, and I think we have a lot of tour events in the region, so it just makes sense that we have one of the biggest amateur events in the world over there as well.
So Tommy Fleetwood back here in the UAE, Abu Dhabi, for the HSBC Abu Dhabi Golf Championship. That's next month at Yas Links. And then Rory will join Tommy and a whole host of other superstar players over at Jumeirah here in Dubai for the season ender on the DP World Tour. Lots of great golf here in the UAE, including this prestigious amateur championship. 9 different countries have hosted, second time now for the UAE. China, Frank, with the most wins at 5, and we've had 2 multiple champions, Hideki and Yushin Lin.
Quality winners too, all 15. We don't expect anything different this year with the caliber of the field, but Hideki Matsuyama really did set the standard, that's for sure, that so many of these young players are trying to aspire to. So we go to 14, slight dogleg left, par 4.
TK?
That'd be good, right? Should be good. Yeah, another one of those tee shots that don't necessarily require a driver, but wind off the right.
To give you an idea, alums of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Take a look at this move yet again, and
just see the load that these young players put on the club. I mean, shaft technology has improved so much over the last 10 to 15 years. But also the physics, you talked about the science of the game, and they really know where the power is coming from.
Joe,
how aggressive do you want to be taking over that left fairway bunker that does run out down the right-hand side?
Quite aggressive. He's impressive as well. Just to finish up that thought on what this championship has produced, Siwoo Kim played the Asia Pacific. He won the 2017 Players Championship. Ryan Fox, 2 wins on the PGA Tour in 2025. Daya from India.
Just a utility club.
Carl Phillips, Min Lee, Kevin Yu in the last year alone. That's wet, and that's too bad, because he had a decent round going. All those players breaking through to win the PGA Tour in 2025. Nagasaki. A lot to like about that move, Frank.
Certainly is.
So go all the way back to 2009, Korea winning the first. Then it was Matsuyama, famously. Xianlong Guan, who made the cut at the Masters at the age of 14. Then it was Australia with Curtis Luck. Good run for China and Japan, and more recently, Australia. Here we are, 16th playing in Dubai.
Chicken with Randy Bintang at the 12th, long and left. Has to fly this few yards on the putting surface. Anything other than that, so Randy going to struggle here. It's a dog leg par 4. Back at par 5. Rinsing the second shot. 2 club length prop. Skirting with a bit of chance to get away with a 5. Nicely done. Majlis course. There's 46,000 rounds a year here. So Nick Faldo also designed a course. They have another course here. It's floodlit golf course. There's 61,000 rounds. Wonderful property, really, just created out of the desert. Have a look at 14 here, averaging 7th hardest hole on the golf course, just 8 birdies. It's more that wind condition. Blind tee shots. The players don't really know where that tee shot's going to finish up as it goes over the brow of the hill. So it's caused a few problems. The fairway very, very quickly here.
First round, Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. This is Taisei Nagasaki, 16 years old from Japan, making his debut and making some waves, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's been a joy to watch today, Rich. This is second from 158, wind in and off the right. The question is how far does he want to push it back in there? That whole location tucked in that back left-hand side. Well, I guess fearless.
He looks like he's going to be someone special.
Anyone that plans on winning the Masters by 27 feels pretty good about where their game is when they're 16.
Rich, you talk about his technique. You see very little clock face rotation. The sign that great iron players have. So, turning over as much. Hydration is necessary in these hot conditions.
There's another guy, Frank, that technically has impressed you the way they're swinging the club.
Yeah, well, it's all. You've got to look at social media, YouTube, and the like. Doesn't matter where you are in the world now, you get access to the best instruction. And also, these players are getting the same equipment that the best players in the world are getting. That's also bridging the gap.
Yeah, when you talk about Zeech and Joe, this from 118, his coach, Cal, Michael Wilson, saying he can be as good as he wants to. Sky's the limit. Explosive game, tremendous ball striker. The putter gets hot, fearless and limitless.
The mechanics, Frank, you're the expert, but they appear to be highly professional. Look at it.
Yeah, I mean, this is just I love this angle, really. I mean, you see how supple they are, a lot of them even their gym work. He already has a 90-degree shoulder to him. The club's only three-quarters of the way back. They load up so well. It used to be like you had an amateur swing and then you turn pro, and then after 4 or 5 years you sort of work the kinks out. Not the same now. Great move.
And that's just because of the instruction that's available to them, just everything you said.
Yeah.
What's available at a very young age.
Yeah, to be brutally honest, they're better at a younger age.
It's the professionalization of the amateur game. Trenton on a walk.
From 105, ball sitting down slightly.
Nicely through the shot. Also bothered by the line. Pretty good approach.
Randy Bentang. He had a couple of road bumps here. That one a good run. He's not finished yet. That for bogey. The 14 green as we push in. And let's bring in Burko again.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 really good birdie putts here for TK, Nagasaki, and Joe. And Rich, you referenced the point that TK, who's had some speed bumps along the way, but the great ones find a way to turn an indifferent round into a pretty good one. But that's his DNA. He's always been a quick study. Go back to 2017, he won the boys 9 and 10 age division of the Junior Worlds. Tiger Woods also won that back in the day. Youngest winner ever on the Asian Tour at the age of 15, and we reference his Stanford Cardinal ties, admitted to that prestigious university when he was just 16 years old. How about that resume?
Outstanding.
Good look at birdie here, a putt that should move just a bit to his left.
Dead center. Beautiful putt. TK putting together a nice round. Fought through patchy run there midway through. And now he's at 3 under, feeling pretty good about where he's at.
He certainly is. And Frank, you referenced the fact that these young men at this time in 2025 so much better for so many reasons. Covering the college and amateur game as I have for 25 plus years, it's the work on and around the greens that truly looks like a professional in most cases.
Yeah, and you've been a great spotter of talent too, Steve. I remember when you put me on a Jordan Spieth well before I even had sort of heard about him. What happened with his career? Got to #1 player in the world, 3 majors. Despite the rough start, even for his round.
And now Nagasaki, the closest in with this birdie putt, and he's been 20, 30 yards behind his fellow competitors, but he's, Rich, you touched that, going about his business, hitting fairways, hitting greens, getting up and down when he needs to, and if this falls, would move him to 4 under. Not much to this one.
Disappointment right there. Just a par, but still 3 under. So good to be in Dubai, and how nice it has been to see Chairman Emeritus Billy Payne. He is on site this week among the members representing Augusta National. As chairman of Augusta National, he created the idea for the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship to grow the game of golf through this part of the world. He also helped to create the Drive, Chip and Putt National Finals. It's the Youth Golf Initiative. I always love what Chairman Payne said. We don't simply have an opportunity to do this, we have a responsibility. He added that at Augusta, we measure success in the future of the game a little bit differently. We don't do it in numbers, we measure it in the smiles on the faces of these kids. And Frank, it's one thing to think of an idea, it is another to sustain it. We're in year 16. Hats off to Chairman Payne.
Yeah, I think back every time, the first time I met, Chairman Billy Payne and his vision of the future, and I know he's happy with what's going on now. It's not just the men's game, it's the ladies' game. Drive, Chip and Putt, the advent of this championship. It is huge in the region. Latin American Championship. There'll be one in Africa. The ladies amateur at Augusta National. It really is putting your face out there to change the game in a positive direction. It's educating people. Yeah, he has been an amazing influence on this game.
Member of the World Golf Hall of Fame. When you think about this championship, the Latin American Amateur Championship, it is young people in pursuit of greatness. But I always felt this way with gratitude. We hear it, how much the youngsters appreciate what Augusta National and the R&A are doing, opening up this pathway and conducting this championship with the highest standards. Chairman Ridley has taken the torch.
I'm going a little long.
They have run with it, continuing this wonderful tradition.
You think the wind's definitely there, right?
Yeah.
As strong as this hole?
Yeah. They have this obligation also to grow the game.
And I have what, 3 yards, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Worth repeating what I've said every time I cover one of these championships. Growing the games. It's not just an empty slogan. They have put soft spikes on the ground, the R&A as well, around the world.
That's TK here at 15, 197 into the wind off the right.
Green around this back right hole location.
Frank, at the risk of being naive, I do believe that sport is one of the few things we have in this world that can bridge cultural gaps.
There's quickly just 5 yards from that right side, but to put an exclamation point, I think what we learn from people like Chairman Billy Payne is just giving the opportunity, because sometimes we get cynical and we forget the starts that we all had, whatever our lives are. Another excellent shot there, and it really is a case of playing it forward, playing it forward.
Well said.
This green really has 3 sections that can use the left side that takes the bunker out. It's front left, front right portion. It's a very tricky hole location on that right side.
Tee shot on the way for Joe, starting the left center of the green, trying to work its way back to the middle.
There's another initiative to grow the game, and that is drive, chip, and putt. And for more information, go to drivechipandputt.com. Kids ages 7 to 15 with the opportunity to compete at Augusta National the Sunday before the Masters. Akshay Bhatia competed 2014. Gina Kim was on the LPGA Tour in 2015. Augusta National, it is no longer that unreachable house high on the hill. You can be from China, you can be from anywhere on this planet. You have a dream and you work hard enough, you can get there.
One of the favorites out here, runner-up last year, just a mere 1 shot behind Wendy Ding, who's gone on to turn professional. Zhao can do. Double bogey the second hole today, but it's fought well to be back to even par. They're all chasing the trio of Billy Dowling, Lepakti, and Lee. Shot those fine rounds of 66 this morning. This golf course literally carved out of the desert. It's kept the sort of the feature of where we are very much in play. So also reduces the water that is used on this very golf course. Wonderful flow property. There's 24 golf courses now in the UAE area, but this first fully grassed golf course that was built in the Middle East. The native areas, even though it's a feature, still playable. There's enough sparseness in between the trees and the palm trees to sort of forward an escape shot. And of course, if you bring a camera, Take a picture of that Skyline. 16 green in the back.
We're back at the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship at Emirates Golf Club, and you are right now looking at 57-year-old Graham Horne. He is one of 7 players representing Australia this week, and he is certainly the most seasoned player at that age. Now, Horne was actually professional. Frank mentioned that for a short while when he was in his early 20s. He even earned Rookie of the Year honors back in 1992. But in 98, Horne and his wife began their family, decided it was time for a more steady job. So Graham took a job working in the mines, and he kept golf as a recreational hobby. Well, now that his sons are grown, Graham is back competing, and he's in contention virtually every tournament he's played in over the last couple of years. He won the Queensland Senior Amateur, finished runner-up at the Gold Coast Senior Amateur. That list goes on and on. Horne told me this week he knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He's just trying to play some good golf and enjoy every moment. But Rich, Frank, how cool is this? A 57-year-old qualifying on this incredibly talented Australian team.
He can really play. Strong guy, Frank, isn't he?
Well, yes, they get world ranking points too for those senior events. And the difference to players like TK, Graham was self-taught.
This is TK second from one of the grounds, right with the green tree in front of him. Shouldn't be an issue.
Creative with that one. Let's go back to Graham. His third shot. He can navigate this at 18. Not a bad round, 2 over par.
Not really a problem. Go left. Safe side, a little bit of experience. I said he was self-taught. Came in the game at the age of 12, which wasn't unusual in those days. Now it's a little different. Now back at 15.
Nagasaki to get to 4 under and 1 back. Felt he should have had on the previous hole. Short birdie miss. There it is. So he's at 4 under par. His 5th birdie of the day.
So many players using that line, and you can see how good that roll is, end over end.
TK Chantananawat from Thailand. That's a bogey for TK. Back to 2 under. Dowling from Australia, 6 under. Lau Pakti, Thailand. Lee from Vietnam, tied for the lead. Sam Mullen, United Arab Emirates. Zhou from China. This has stayed even.
The swing at the green, he's going to putt over that now.
So Graham Horne is headed to the par 5 18th. You've been following golf as we have for all these years, 18 has become a famous hole here at Emirates Golf Club. You think of all the great moments. Tiger Woods with an eagle, one of the years that he won. Rory McIlroy, a birdie finish to steal one late. Colin Montgomery, you go all the way back to 1996, hit a driver off the deck and went on to win. He called it the greatest shot he has ever hit. So we wondered if some of today's competitors could also deliver some of that magic with the same club from back in that era.
That's high.
Easy.
Dumped it.
Dude, that's insane.
I know where mine's going anyway before I hit it.
Oh! Skip. Skip. Oh! Oh, that is good layup. That was embarrassing. Wow. 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 Alright, that's what I'm expecting from you.
That is shocking. Woo! And I've duffed it.
Oh! Oh!
Nice.
I dunked it in the water.
Oh!
You reckon it's got a little right buzz?
Oh yeah.
Oh!
That's it.
Too much.
I'm making 5 though.
Oh yeah. Go ball. Not bad. Almost.
Almost.
I'm not Colin Montgomery, unfortunately.
And there's the plaque in honor of what Monty did here in 1996. Remember, he won the Order of Merit on the DP World Tour. What was it, 7 consecutive seasons? Frank, looking at what was a driver back in 1996, looks like a 5-wood from today.
Yeah, in fairness to those guys, as we look at some of the great list of champions here, those players had a similar era club. So that was a driver they were trying to hit. So as you can see, Monty, that shot all those years ago back in 1996, that was 235 yards.
There's quite a list, including Bryson DeChambeau back in 2019, and most recently, Tyrrell Hatton. Nobody's won more times at Emirates than Rory McIlroy. He'll be back again in a month.
Such a great list of champions this week. Crown an amateur champion now back at 16. Nagasaki.
Yes.
The dog leg left. Very narrow fairway.
Yep.
Nicely done. Second shot plays slightly uphill. Now back to 18, one of the oldest in the field, Graham Horn. Hometown King of Roy in Australia. And at 57 was his first ever Asia Pacific Amateur Championship start. Very prolific as a senior, now back at 16. TK. Just a little out of sorts today. This one left. Far enough left to get an avenue. Trees up ahead. Lovely view, slightly uphill, heading back to downtown Dubai. 275 with a little bit of a corner on this par 4 landing zone. Now, once it gets past that 300-yard mark, it does start to narrow up. Not a single bunker protects this green, but it is fairly deep, 44 yards. A few subtle mounds kick the ball away from the flag.
This is Joe here at the 16th hole. Trying to battle back. swings look better than the score today. Zicheng wasn't able to put anything together. So we've heard from some of the great professionals in the world like Tommy Fleetwood and Rory McIlroy. How about Ryan Fox? We've been talking about the idea that the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship has been a springboard for so many, including Ryan Fox from New Zealand. Our former competitor in this great championship is now a multiple PGA Tour winner, and he had this to say about his AAC experience.
Ryan Fox, you can see the knees flexing, the head drops a little bit, but looks like he's going to make his part.
I was lucky enough to compete the first 3 Asia Pacific Amateurs. When I was growing up, the biggest event we had to play in was the New Zealand Open. And the Asia Pacific came along and I was like, oh wow, you've got a 1 in 120 chance of playing Augusta. That's pretty crazy. Obviously throwing the Open in there as well, like it's a chance to live out your dream as an amateur, and that's pretty cool. I was lucky enough to play with Hideki Matsuyama in my final one, and you could see he was a world-class player then, and obviously is a Masters champion now, and it was certainly important for my development as a player. And I know a lot of guys from our neck of the woods in New Zealand and Australia have certainly felt the same way over the years. There have been a couple of Australian winners, and they've turned into world-class players. Hopefully we can get one of our guys to get there and get that experience as an amateur, but it's had a great variety of winners and a lot of impact around the Asia Pacific region. It is a massive event, not just on the amateur golf calendar, on the golf calendar. Playing the first couple, we got treated better than we'd ever been treated at a tournament. I'd never played a major, never played a tour event at that point, and it was a huge step up, trying to achieve a dream. If you think about the outcomes of it and what you can potentially get, it's pretty easy to psych yourself out and get caught up in that moment and not play well. If you play well, let the rewards kind of sort themselves out at the end.
Well, Ryan Fox giving you a sense of what this is all about. As you look at the last 5 champions, you get a taste of this, Frank, this level, and you begin to understand what you might need to do to achieve the kind of success that Ryan has now had on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, geographically, New Zealand's a long way away from sort of really the center of golf. So for Ryan, it was an introduction to some of the other young talent in the world, so he could set his sights, and now Ryan actually enjoying the best golf of his current career.
Nakasaki at 16.
Second from 163. Into the wind off the right.
Another solid shot. Back at 15. Diane. Struggling just a bit. Pretty good round going.
Just been 8 birdies at 15. Par 3 today, 188 yards. Purely because of where that hole is cut on that right side.
Shelton on a 1 at 16.
Far enough left with that tee shot, 155 ball above his feet, needs to keep it low.
Not too bad. Scrambling day for TK. Josh By.
155 into here. Josh trying to get his game together. We're going right to left on him here. No green left at this pin at all.
Good shot. Chance to get another back. At least he's fighting towards the clubhouse. Back at 16.
Ching Joe.
From the left-hand side of the fairway, 133.
Shot. It's a swing really to admire. Wonderful view there. It's on such a good delivery line. And, well, the backdrop doesn't exactly hurt either. Gorgeous swing and view.
Randy Bentang at the 14.
Only 100% for Randy Bentang taking the drive. I think it'll left rough. It's a little left to the right, but impressed with his kid. He is aggressive.
Okay, Chantananawa at the 16, trying to get it up and down.
Yeah, we'll to make a 4 and move over to 17.
About 9 feet to save his par and stay at 2 under. Daya at the 15th. This for birdie. Back to red figures if he can make it.
Long, long putt. He's done well from there. Still a little bit of work to be done. Salvage the 3. Currently there is 22 players in red numbers.
Zijing Zhou.
Looking to warm up that putter the first time he's kept the flag stick in. Maybe it'll change out the outcome.
And it did. Salvage a round. Holding putt there. Opportunity ahead, certainly at the par 5 18th. He is capable. Steve has detailed that he's capable of going low. Plenty of time to get back into this. Nagasaki.
This to get to 5 under.
Tucked it just a bit. No tap for his par. Represented Japan in the Eisenhower Trophy just recently. Everyone beginning to notice after he won the Toyota Junior World Cup title this year. Par putt now, Chantananawa.
Trying to avoid back-to-back bogeys.
Fighting it all day.
Start off right, Rich. You can see with the lines. Did start on the right line, just misread.
Yes, on that golf ball. Stanford cart. Thailand to Stanford. Bentang now at 14.
Tricky to chip this down in this Bermuda. He's got to get the club ability, but he is a wizard around those greens.
The 15th hole. Some count on to get back to even.
No issues there.
Depends on the weather.
17, just 336 yards today. Famous hole. Yeah. 2 different approaches. Aim it, bunker down the left side, set up a short wedge. We'll take it across. There's 3 prominent palm trees. Good chance, really. Hole cut in the front. Opportunity knocks, really. You've got the firepower, then just send it. Decision time, man. Steve, a little bit of a wait, no surprise. Short par 4.
Correct, Frank, as you aptly described. Can you be enticed with this helping wind to go after the green? So when our featured group arrived here on 17, the group ahead of them now just about to tee off.
Is that breeze kicked up? Anyone sort of stayed the same direction and speed?
Pretty much the last 90 minutes or so, it's predominantly out of that northwest, 8 to 10, maybe gusting 12 to 14, but Certainly will help the cause here for guys going at the green here at the short par 4.
Josh Bai hit a good shot into 14. See if he can take advantage and turn the tide. With a few coming home. Okay. A lot of work to do. He's going to make the cut.
First 8 holes were the issue. It was 6 over through the first 8. Now 15 for par.
Akshat from India. With authority.
Next round going good.
To avoid a 4th consecutive bogey. 3-way tie atop the leaderboard. It's the opening round, the 16th edition of one of the world's great amateur championships, the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Dowling, Lee from Vietnam, and Lalpakti from Thailand, all in with 66 here in Dubai.
Well, this is an absolute architect's dream, Dubai. Really a chance that city draws entrepreneurs, artists, global citizens. And it's really a case of get your pad out, sketch something, and they will put it into practice. Beautiful. Tallest building here, Burj Khalifa. That took 5 years to build. Cost $1.5 billion. But, they all have character. I think this just go around the city. Marvelous rail system as well. Now, out to 17. Lalo hails from Samoa. Bit of a hold up here at 17. You can see why. Just fires that through the back of this par 4 green. Play this as a call-up hole. This breeze continues in this direction. Samoa no more for the rugby than the golf. Now back at 15. Kobayashi, see what he can do. Right at it. So Kobayashi will get a chance to get a little closer. 66 hit the mark this afternoon. Just drawing out a little bit. Tough to catch that. Back at 16. Dyer. Hugging left side.
Fifteen editions of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. We've had 13 different champions. Hideki Matsuyama, Yushin Lin, multiple winners here. China the most with 5. Frank, you remember Tian Long Guan winning in Thailand at the age of 14, then improbably making the cut at the Masters.
Yeah, I didn't think it was possible back there in 2012. Hideki was the favorite, and then when he went to Augusta, we just thought it was too much to ask. He played alongside Ben Crenshaw. What an introduction that was. Went on, played all 72 holes. A marvelous achievement.
He is a professional now. He's outside the top 3,000 in the world, playing his home tour back in China. So now the 16th Asia Pacific Amateur Championship is back in Dubai. We were here 4 years ago over at Dubai Creek, now at Emirates Golf Club. Spectacular, jaw-dropping skyline. What a spot this is.
To have AAC in the UAE is a privilege. It's a promising thing for our future and juniors and the amateur players in the region.
It shows how golf is developed in the country here in UAE. We're doing our job the right way, and the golf industry is booming. So yeah, we're very excited and looking forward to this week.
This is the home of the first professional tournament that happened in the region. Seeing the Emirates Golf Club hosting this event, I think it's a new milestone for the golf in the UAE.
we're trying to plant in them the love of the game. And I would love definitely to see a couple of Emiratis playing and competing at the international level.
The Arab players are no longer just participating, they're competing and winning. So I think we're going to see lots of that coming soon, inshallah.
I have two sons playing the event, so Ahmad or Muhammad, my boys. We have Ryan, we have Sam, we have Jonathan, we have Rashid. They're all good. People are dreaming to play this. I mean, when you go to Masters and the Open, it's where dream comes true in this country. So hopefully in the future we see an Emirati wearing the green jacket. I don't know, it's a dream.
Akram Skeik has to be so proud. His son Mohammed hit the opening tee shot this morning and played very well. Young player, just starting to come into his own. He shot one over 73, but then brother Ahmed went out. Ahmed had hit the first tee shot in 2021 here in Dubai to kick off the Asia Pacific Amateur, and Ahmed had it to 6 under with 1 hole to play. Made double bogey at the ninth, but still really strong performance in at 4 under 68. Go back 4 years, Frank, and it was then world #1 Keita Nakajima who has not disappointed since turning professional. He's been really good.
He certainly has. I remember all the pressure was on him at the Dubai Creek Golf and Yacht Club, went all the way through to extra time before he won the championship. And back out to play today, 17, the drivable par 4. That was a huge tee shot right over the back of the green. As I said, Samoa, more famous for their rugby players. Rich, I dare say he would run right through you, all right? Valdo +6. He's competing. I love that line. From participation to competing.
With 15 and Josh By.
To get another one back.
Yeah, beautiful shot in here from Josh, and this downhill left to right. It does go down to the left a little bit more. Just coming off his first birdie of the day. Got some speed on it, this one.
It's surprising. This is his 4th start in this championship. His best to time for 20th. It was in Thailand. Great effort, though.
I think he's at the University of Florida now with Dudley Hart and Deacon over there, and he's not quite in sync with his swing. He hasn't never had a golf coach, and I think he's sort of toying with it at the moment.
Yeah, Dudley speaks highly of him. The Gator. Also a 2-time International Junior President's Cup team member. It's back in 2022 and 2024.
It's Kobayashi, this to get it to red figures.
This was a ridiculously good shot in here. This is the dead straight putt. He was up and out that quickly. He's sort of been there and thereabouts all day. Hit some good shots, but then a couple of bad ones in a row. Maybe it's his day tomorrow. This breeze has been pretty firm all afternoon, the last hour of play. It certainly has got up to that 15, 16 miles per hour. The good thing is it is all coming from the one direction.
Trying to save.
Just coming out of that rough. This is a dead straight putt here. He does hit these firm.
Too firm. Randy Benton, 22 in his 4th Asia Pacific Amateur start. Has improved every year. Best coming in Japan. Last year tied 19. Josh By.
These greens are absolutely perfect. No bounce in them. A little bit of grain. If you can read those, you are off to the races.
Kobayashi. From Qatar.
Chance to get it to 3 under. Oh, great speed. Of course, here's a par 5 coming to at 18.
Salah Al-Kabi. This is quite a good round. 3 under par.
Are we good?
Yep.
So this is our featured group back here at 17 Broker. How long have they been waiting?
13 minutes and counting, Rich. We know show certainly the firepower. Taisei Nagasaki, he already played about 8 minutes into the wait. He just hit fairway like he's done all day long, keeping true to his precision game. Now show looks like he's ready to go after that 14-minute respite.
Might actually even be too much club.
All right. Headed right.
Just off the back edge.
No, what's better than this, left or right? Left is easier to check from.
Yeah, that's where the pin was.
Oh, really?
Since you're so good,
you go left or right.
Yeah, same
wind up. You see that? Just drags the shaft and lowers during impact. Another common move now. Try to save that. Obviously, the line up there coming over. He was going on the right.
Five, 7 o'clock?
Frank, what's the hardest part of hitting this shot after nearly a 15-minute wait?
Well, if you're our age, Steve, it's trying to warm up again for these guys. It's not so bad. I think the hardest thing, Steve, is just because it's a blind tee shot, so you lose focus on it, think where your exact line is. You've got to take it right over the corner of this dog there. And avoid those 3 palm trees. They're about 30, 40 yards short and wide of the screen.
You good?
He likes it.
Kick right.
It's the simplest of chips.
I hit it, I mean, probably rough. Because if it's 323 front, I hit that maybe 95. Probably carried maybe 50.
Australia. He is tied.
But maybe if it dropped right, I could have gone lucky maybe. Because it's soft.
Thailand. He too chatted with Amanda after his impressive round.
FIFA is 6 under 66, and you were on fire on your opening round, which was the back 9. You were 6 under on that 9 alone. Where was your head at? What was going so well for you, especially on that first 9?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty nervous on the first tee, not gonna lie, but I made birdie in the 10th and 11th hole, which kind of calmed me down. Just got on my flow state and just, kind of relax, go out there. The plan for today was, just go out there and have fun with my caddy, just stay in presence, not thinking too much. It's kind of my main goal this week, and I kind of did pretty good today.
You absolutely did pretty well today. Let's talk about your caddy. Who is it, and why does it keep things so fun out there?
Yeah, I mean, he's Santi. He's one of my best friends, and he's my roommate at ASU. We know each other for since I went to ASU. So he's been caddying for me for 2 events this summer at Western Am and USM. We did pretty well together. We just go out there and try to have fun. Not thinking too much. He's pretty good at calming me down. Making me laugh when I kind of feel pressure. He did pretty well.
Staying loose, that's so important. I know you said Tiger Woods is your favorite player of all time, like many of you in the field, but how cool is it to come to a course and have the possibility of winning on the same course that Tiger Woods has won at as a professional?
I mean, I haven't thought about that, but yeah, it's pretty surreal, but yeah, I mean, get to play at the course where, Rory won a lot here. Before this week, I just watched
every shot that he hit here in the DP World Tour. It's for like the 2024 and 2023. Just watch every shot how he hit, and just try to copy it and try to play like him. But it worked out pretty good today. Just look at his strategy and how he played, and just kind of duplicate it.
That's a pretty cool way to prep and a great start for you. Thanks for the time.
Perfect, thank you.
He comes from a great family. His dad's a businessman, mom's a doctor, and he's doing so well at Arizona State, has won a couple of tournaments. And this group put something together today, Frank. Look forward to watching them as one of our featured threesomes tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. All of those players, superb rounds of golf. Yeah, and they will be our featured group tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be able to see that talent up close and personal. FIFA, that's a very unusual name. His parents, well, his dad loves soccer, so nothing more to be said there.
I think he loves golf a little bit more right now. His son is tracking to be one of the great amateurs in the world. Chance this week to make it to the Masters. Match play at the Olympic Club. 64 U.S. amateur this past summer at Nagasaki.
84 yards, ball below his feet, helping win another great one.
They're trying to make birdie here the hard way. The layup off the tee.
Here is your pal, Frank. We've grown to really enjoy his company. Rashid Akil of Lebanon. He's the oldest man in the field, 67.
Yeah, forget the score. He knocks that one in. He's got the best smile in the business, that's for sure. Of course, if you want to go to Lebanon, he's your guy, that's for sure. So we've got an open invitation, Rich.
It'd be nice to sip a coffee at a sidewalk cafe. He has said, I love to play golf. My life is golf. And in September, he won the Cyprus Senior Amateur Men's Open, has represented Lebanon in the Eisenhower Trophy and the Asian Games. Not just about what you shoot, but where this game can take you, Frank, and the friends you can make along the way.
Yeah, and he's really trying to push for the young amateurs in Lebanon. Big fan of his. So we got a 16.
Get there. Don't do that.
Well, that was for 4 in a row.
KGA, Korean Golf Association, produce prolifically on both the men's and women's side these days. Even par.
Eclectic scorecard now back at 17. Back of the green.
Joe second in the neighborhood of 100 feet from the hole, back into the wind.
So a little change of grain in this green, faint ridge. From there on in, it's downhill. So he hasn't got much for the round today, despite his power.
TK just short of the green.
Should be as basic as you could get. Could certainly use a birdie here to head to the last, maybe with a chance to get one more.
This is makeable, Steve.
Certainly is.
Now, Frank gives you an idea of what we could be in store for this week and that final round, the kind of excitement that this closing stretch can generate.
The back nine itself has 3 par 5s, and we're just looking at drivable 17. I mean, here, I had a good look at this one there, a little uphill lie. You couldn't get a better chance, sort of perhaps chipping in there at 17. It's a good finish here because remember when Tiger Woods won, you referenced his eagling the last, shooting 65. It was the last 4 or 5 holes that made the difference in that closing round when he beat Henrik Stenson and Ernie Els around this golf course.
Never led until that final putt, final hole, final day. Walking in some massive footsteps here at Emirates Golf Club. Tiger having won here. Rory, Seve. It's the short list. Joe.
A lot longer birdie effort than he would have expected.
He'll tap for his 4, somewhat disappointing.
Steve, I doubt there's an easier hole location. I'm on the front here at 17.
Agreed, Frank. That being said, it's been really a pleasure to watch Nagasaki stick to his clinical, pragmatic game plan. He wasn't enticed to maybe try to cut the corner and force it up there, truly playing to his strengths, and that's a sign of a talented young man at just 16 years old.
He doesn't have the same firepower yet as the other two. He is the best in the group today, 4 under, chance to be 5.
Might have learned a little something from Zhou's putt. Very similar line.
You can almost see it, Frank, the way he goes about his business. There's a maturity to his game already, even at just 16 years old.
Beautiful stroke. Wow. Very unlucky.
That was cruel.
It's the best round of the golf course so far this afternoon.
That's 2. Could have gone the other way.
He's had that many looks, Rich. To your point, this could have been even better, even though it's still the best one on the course this afternoon as we watch TK.
Quick as that previous putt was. This is slow, so it has to be in firmly. Good 3.
So Jonathan Nanawat paddling back, headed to the par 5 18th. All right, Aaron Ivalu from Samoa. He's going to have a go at it.
Flying wide. He's got an iron in here. His ball speed off that tee shot, 190 miles an hour. The yard short.
Applaud the effort. Yard short. And here we go, Frank. This famous par 5 finishing hole here at Emirates.
Famous for a number of reasons. If you look in the distance, you'll see the UAE flag on the side of the building. That's actually the line for the players, which is across the corner of the dog leg if you want to reach it. Out of bounds down the right side. Water, they won't reach it today because it's slightly into the breeze. Lap zone if you're in trouble. Leave yourself a full shot in here. It's a famous green, really, because there's a lot of pitch from back to front. That famous Tiger Woods putt down the hill was incredibly fast. Of course, a little earlier, if you were watching, you saw the great second shot from Colin Montgomery all those years ago, which was driver off the deck.
A nice round from Al-Kabi of Qatar.
A little low.
It's crafty, Frank. Good shot making here. Salah Al-Kabi. Josh By, birdie putt.
Beautiful shot out of the right rough. This little one down the hill will have some speed on it.
Work left. The featured group is at the 18th tee.
They are, Rich, and we have said it a lot this afternoon. How aggressive do these guys want to be with this tee shot? Back into the wind, off the left. Frank, as you and I drove out here yesterday, you can make it a 3-shot hole, aim at the crane, or you maybe want to get another 20, 30 yards and hope that it gets into the fairway to give you a chance to knock it on in 2.
Well, we saw the previous par 5 when they're a little too ambitious off the tee, but I think for the longer 2 in this group, they've got to take it down the left. Iwasaki, he doesn't quite have the same firepower, so he'll go right of the tall building.
Shot.
It's actually pretty good.
So you think I should aim for Skyline? Yeah. You didn't go that
That's not right.
It's like most of them.
16 years of age. More power. Every inch of that body at the moment.
Okay, yeah, because the wind's left to right. I'm happy.
His good training program, so it'll be interesting to see what he turns into in the next 2 to 3 years. We saw that with Keita Nakajima, became very strong, very athletic. Now, using the right side of the tee, Steve, to sort of open up this dog leg.
Yeah, try to give him better visual, this trio of teenagers, TK, right in the middle at 18 years old. Certainly a more aggressive line.
It's normally the line they like to take.
Almost the dome.
Yep.
Chance to reach from there.
Apparently, elder statesman, the 19-year-old Joe, how far left will this one start?
Feel on it.
Should be short. Yeah.
Should be within reach from there.
If you hit it back, probably fine. I hit it mid. Oh, mid.
550 today.
mid off shot. Okay, you're probably fine.
Now the fourth shot for Avalu.
Nice shot. Keep your head. Here they come down to the final hole. It's exciting par 5. We'll see what they do when we continue from Dubai.
For sure. What? Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
That's the last one, right? We're hungry. We have lunch in the tent.
A little light breeze.
But I'm still.
Temperature's 94 degrees. Humidity not too high. Just dropped a little. It's come blowing from the northwest all day today, but it was in double digits a little earlier. It was forecast, as you'd expect for this reason. Just warm, sunny. That's what we really need, day in, day out. Average score on this golf course today, it showed over 75. Those are the only 4 holes that are currently playing under par. The second hole, short par 4. 10th hole, the par 5. And 13, that's the dog leg left par 4. You could throttle back off the tee. And 17, it's been drivable today with that northwest breeze. Good balance here. Golf course, plenty of opportunity.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2025 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. On the tee from the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed Sheikh. On the tee from India, Anshul Mishra. On the tee from Singapore, Troy Storm.
Wonderful honor for Mohammed Sheikh, who shot to 73 and a good round. His brother Ahmed Frank going.
Yeah, the lefty. It's a home game, some local support. This at 7 across the water was just beautiful. Set up a lovely birdie at par 3. And then 9, very difficult today. Dogleg right, par 4. Nagasaki barely missed the water, came up short, but the putter was brilliant.
16-year-old from Japan has opened some eyes. He has been outstanding. Harry Takis from Australia. They've won 2 of the last 3.
They have a strong contingent, 7 players from Australia. One of the favourites, of course. Now, third hole, par 5.
FIFA, Lau Pakti, also one of the pre-championship favorites, plays at Arizona State. And number 9.
Yeah, it's been the hardest hole on the golf course all day. Now Lee from the native area. Oh, wonderful shot. And of course, native is desert around
That is Kind Hung Lee from Vietnam. Also from Australia, Billy Dowling. I'm surprised no one who follows the amateur game in this region. Billy Dowling were to go on to win. He's that good. So 3 players at 6 under par here in the opening round. We'll see these guys as our featured group tomorrow in round number 2. Lau Pakti from Thailand. Billy Dowling and, excuse me, these are not the featured group tomorrow. We'll certainly see these players as a leading trio. We'll see these guys tomorrow. And then Hung Lee from Vietnam is going to play for Mike Small, one of the best programs in American college golf at the University of Illinois. That's how good he is at just 17.
Yeah, so many players have been picked from this region to go to college golf. So we go to 18, catch up with Al-Kabaib down the hill.
So it's Sama Al-Kabi from Qatar. Players from the Middle East beginning to show out. Qatar. Saw Ahmed Skate from the United Arab Emirates shooting 468. That was with a double on his final hole, which was the 9th. It's too bad. It's just a brutal 3-putt right there.
He's finishing. I'm surprised he's played over par today.
Just 9 holes in.
First group went off at 6:45 a.m. today. Last group just before 1 o'clock.
This is the dream for so many of these players. Chance to play at the Masters. Rory won one of the all-time greatest Masters tournaments. There's no doubt about that. Scotty Scheffler defending the Open that he won at Royal Portrush. Will be at Royal Birkdale on the west coast of England next July. The Amateur Championship as well. Spot there at Royal Liverpool, which has such great history, Frank.
Yeah, also known as Hoylake. Yeah, it's just wonderful venues.
Ethan Fang.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Everybody's summer.
Like that? Yeah.
Back at 18.
A little back and forth for Joe between the driving iron and the fairway metal 254 back into the wind. Got the lumber out.
Gonna favor the left side. It's going to be dry though.
He twirled it like that. That looked good in the air the way it was tracked. Nervy, but it was right on line.
Now TK 237 again with that pad, 7 to 10 more with this breeze.
That deep married to Art.
Starting left, coming back to the middle of the green.
is to be dry, and he is up and down to complete a good round here in Dubai.
Wonderful architectural features here, the shared green, 9 and 18. There's no buffer in between, so really could have a putt of nearly 250 feet from one side to the other. Pull out a wedge and chip it across. Unlike the greens at St. Andrews. It's just beautiful, really. Carl Litton did a wonderful job. It's designed. Dubai Creek and Yacht Club. Passed away this year at the age of 91, but he has left some amazing work, especially in this region. $120 players, youngsters just with dreams. 41 countries and territories. Game is growing. Small language, all of its language.
The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship is brought to you by Delta Airlines. Delta, keep climbing. 3M Science, apply to life. PwC, we build for what's next so you can get there now. And in partnership with Rolex. Dubai at the Emirates Golf Club. Familiar golf fans circled around the world. Dubai Desert Classic. All the way back to the late 1980s. Again, this January. Busy stretch for golf in Dubai. The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Season ender on that DP World Tour here in Dubai, nearby Jumeirah Estates. The Earth Course. This golf has really exploded here in the UAE. It's a wonderful golf course, wherever you look. Player from Japan. It's been so impressive all day long, trying to finish off good round speed.
Certainly is, Rich. Long bunker shot, downhill, downwind, downgrain, and Frank, as you know, anything from this back bunker, just get it out, tough to check and spin, might serve him well to get close.
But just getting it out right, Steve, is probably going to run all the way to the flag.
Might need to settle.
No good.
Good shot too, isn't it? Fortunately, good play away from the water on that angle. It's a little less fearsome.
Birdie putt at 17 for on. Okay, Sung Hoon On of Korea. He's tied for 5th last year in Japan. 4 birdies in his last 5 holes. He shot 65, 66 in rounds 2 and 3 in Japan. TK at 18.
Long eagle putt.
Try.
Yep. Downhill, downgrain speed should not be an issue to get it to the hole.
sub 70 if he can make it. It's without his best stuff. He's got his head in the game. You like to see that. Zichen Zhou.
Yeah, thrilled to be playing his third from here.
Just stopped it. Leading edge just going into the uphill slope. Just a lot of speed on that. I think it's a straightforward pitch. That's really what's let him down, Rich. Sort of poor chip from the back of 17. It's straightforward there.
And Frank, it certainly hasn't been his ball striking that is the issue in terms of putting up a good number, but that's the part of the game he's continuing to learn to make that streaky putter more consistent for that short game to be more reliable. And even at 19 with the talent, still a lot of things you can refine to get to that next level.
Okay, he certainly has the potential, that's for sure.
Steve, overall impressions of what you've seen from this young man from Japan today?
Awfully impressive. Just 16 years old, really throwing out all the accolades, the resume, and while he might be outdriven by 20, 30 yards, I've been most taken with the way he's gone about his game plan. Hasn't strayed from what he had intended to do, and this for around the 5 under.
He deserved that one. He had hit a couple of hard lip outs previously, but that is a round of 5 under, 67 for Taisei Nagasaki of Japan. And really what it's all about, he said coming in, I watched Keita Nakajima win in Dubai 4 years ago. I want to follow in his footsteps. Simple mission, creating heroes. Cut in the Japan Open earlier this month. Frank, I think a couple important putts here for these two remaining players.
It's always a much better feeling when you struggle a little bit if you can get it in red numbers. So that closes the gap for the leaders.
Never a chance.
He left a bunch out there today.
The last year's runner-up in Japan, Zichen Zhou, a bit disappointing. He is good enough to make up the kind of ground he will need to over these next 3 days.
Quite conceivably be his worst round of the week. Is that ability, especially the way this golf course is set up, the reachable par 5s. Discounted.
Off the 4.
So TK Chantananawat, not done yet.
Self-imposed pressure here just to avoid the 4 putt.
Okay. 2 under 70 for TK Chantananawat from Thailand, playing his college golf at Stanford. Bit to work on. Release that frustration and get after it again tomorrow.
Well, if they continue to dry these greens out a little less water, they'll get the better conditions tomorrow morning. Golf course should be a little more receptive.
Yeah. ありがとうございます。
Straight round of 67.
Well done.
17. This is short, par 4. Josh Baez laid back.
Yeah, he opted to get up and hit a 9 straight away. Just trying to get his game back on track. 6 over through 8 holes, but a couple under since then. 82 metres straight down breeze. This pin only's just on, but it's a green light. He can hit it just past the pin and spin it back. This ball coming in terribly low. Oh, pin high. I've been impressed with him today, just trying to hang in there, Frank. It shows that some New Zealanders have really got some ticker.
Bit of a mixed message there.
I just said so.
Past world junior champion, under 12s in San Diego. Joshua Lyons. Now playing alongside Kobayashi, his second.
Yeah, this one he's going to have to throw this miles up in the air, slide the club face under it, open it way up and try to get it past the pin. It's only about 8 to 10 feet of green before this pin. And the ball's lying all right if he keeps his weight forward and slides that club up underneath. The wind is not hurting, it'll be helping. He's taking a short backswing, so brought that in low. That's a different shot.
Shun Kobayashi, he's 19, plays college golf back in Japan. Walk to the scoring trailer with a great young player from Japan, Jason Nagasaki. Kobayashi mentioned playing in Japan. They have a robust college program, college system in Japan. Look at that, Randy Bintang. You've been talking, Gowie, you've been talking about how aggressive he plays.
And he's a wizard around the greens on a little bit of an upslope. That was, that was a green light, and that was going in at speed. And par 5 to come, he could finish this off nicely.
One more leg, Rich. Just drills it in. Little spinner forced its way in. Another one with a mixed bag out there, but that really does turn the round around. And as Paul was just referencing, par 5, 18.
That's what can happen. It's kind of exciting. We think we're going to see down the stretch here come Sunday.
Yeah, that's the second eagle so far today at 17.
It's conceivable. We'll see how they set it up. You could finish eagle here. So back to Kobayashi. Last spring, he traveled with his team, Frank, his college team from Japan to the United States, and they played against schools like Stanford, Oregon, and Arizona.
Great experience.
Josh Byer would have loved that. He got a great read, had to move his marker there. These greens are starting to dry out, as the superintendent told us on Tuesday. They were going to try to dry these greens out and this golf course. And by Sunday, a little bit of firmness in this green. All these greens will make a big difference on how you approach this golf course. And I don't think you need to be aggressive. You need to get the ball in the correct part of the fairway to get action on it.
So we're coming to the close of our coverage here in the opening round. To the champion, the championship trophy and the gold medal, and invitations to the Masters next year. The 154th Open at Royal Birkdale, where among others Jordan Spieth won back in 2017. The Amateur Championship as well. And Frank, your assessment of what you've seen so far, day one with 3 tied at 6 under.
Yeah, no surprise, Rich. There's 3 rounds of 66, shot in the morning. Conditions a little more favorable, but really, once again, the talent that we see all around this area have come. More than 20 players in red numbers.
And it was quite a day for the hosts here in the United Arab Emirates, hitting the first tee shot. Mohammed Skake, and then his brother Ahmed went out and shot 4 under 68, is right in the championship. For Frank Novelo, Steve Burkowski, Paul Gal, Amanda Balionis, I'm Rich Slutter saying so long for now from spectacular Dubai and the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. We'll see you on Friday.